This was a big issue when I was in college 30 years ago. It continues to be a big issue. With the onset of the internet, it's probably a bigger issue now than it's ever been. I mean, it's never been easier to cut and paste. It was done before, pre-internet. Yes, there was a time pre-internet. But never has it been more easy. I mean, we're talking a couple clicks of a mouse. Everyone knows how to cut and paste. There's a high road and a low road here in the discussion of plagiarism to students. The low road is to strike the fear of God into them, saying, I'm going to run this through all kinds of software, which is available, that checks for how much of this paper was copied from somewhere else. It's out there. Many faculty can tend to use it. We can threaten our students and tell them we're going to run every paper through the software. What percentage of your paper was copied from another source, and it'll tell us that source. You can change a few words here and there. It's not going to matter. You're still going to get nailed. This software is pretty good that can do this. Some students are not even aware this software exists. So there are countermeasures to plagiarism, and the software has become pretty popular amongst faculty, high school and college. So the low road would be to warn your students about this software and sort of hang that over their head. So this now becomes cat and mouse, cops and robbers. You're going to try to cheat, and I'm going to nail you, basically is the message here. And the student is thinking, how much can what's the least amount of work I can get for the highest grade? And the teacher is thinking, what's this student trying to pull, and how can I catch them? And to me, this low road, with regard to plagiarism in this case, is just not what I wanted to base my lifelong career on. So there's a high road with regard to plagiarism. And that is, okay, guys, we all know it's out there. I am not going to take on the role of policeman. I'll tell them that. Say, you've heard this before. You're cheating yourself. That is, would you go to the mall and buy all this clothing, and then on the way home, power down your windows and start throwing out, left and right, everything you just bought as you're driving home? That is, you paid for an education. Why don't you want it? When you put it into material terms, new clothes bought at the mall, now pitched out the window. They say, I never thought about it. I never thought about my education that way. I tell them, start. Start thinking about it that way, because that's really what you're doing. Someone's paying this tuition. What is a grade? I can't tell you hardly any of my grades from when I graduated college. How important is it really? What you're learning and how you're improving. This is what college is all about. So if you want to cheat, if you're that hell-bent on it, there are ways around the cheat detect software. If you're going to spend more time doing that than if you just wrote the damn paper on your own. You're probably going to get a fine grade if you're being creative. Someone who's putting in all that creative energy to try to plagiarize has what it takes to write a great paper. They're the last ones that seem to know that, which is a real pity. Yeah. So take that energy and put it into your own original creative work, and you're miles ahead. So I think on this one, it's entrusting the student, showing them the respect that you're going to treat them like an adult, not like a cheating kid. And they respond very positively.